Hey everyone, and welcome to Scarepedia. From our archives, we're taking a trip to the Philippines. Have you heard about the Diplomat Hotel in Baguio? It's a creepy, abandoned place up in the mountains. Baguio itself is a beautiful city, with cool air and amazing views. But the Diplomat? It's like something out of a horror movie. It wasn't always a hotel though. Back in 1913, it was a peaceful retreat for Dominican friars. Imagine a peaceful sanctuary, a 2-story retreat house nestled on Dominican Hill in Baguio. This was a place for Dominican friars to unwind and reflect. A serene escape from the city. It was called the Dominican Hill Retreat House back then, but then World War II hit the Philippines, and Baguio became a target for the Japanese. In 1942, the Japanese military, led by this ruthless general nicknamed the Tiger of Malaya, took over the place. They're said to have transformed it into a brutal prison camp. Whispers say the basement became a torture chamber, filled with the screams of prisoners. There are even tales of executions on the ground. After the war, the place sat empty for years, a shell of its former self. Then, in the 1970s, a man named Tony Agpower, known for his faith healing, bought the property with the hopeful idea of driving out the negativity. He renovated the place, adding a new wing and sprucing things up. For a brief period, it seemed to work. In 1973, the Diplomat Hotel opened its doors. Tourists came to enjoy the cool mountain air and scenic views. It wasn't a luxurious stay, but it had potential. Unfortunately, the dark past wouldn't stay buried for long. Weird stuff started happening. Guests felt a strange heaviness in the air, like something bad had happened. They heard disembodied cries, especially at night. Some even swore they saw ghosts. Dominican priests with sad faces, headless nuns floating around. The creepiest stories came from the basement, the rumoured torture chamber. Guests above reported bone-chilling cold, slamming doors and muffled screams. Also on the hotel's patio, there stands a fountain, and stories say the fountain is linked to a particularly gruesome event during the Japanese occupation. Stories vary, but some claim executions happened right by the water, staining the marble with blood. Here's where it gets creepy. Tourists would report feeling an unexplainable coldness emanating from the fountain, especially at night. Some swore they heard faint sobs or whispers near the fountain. The security guards had it rough too. News outlets went wild over the hotel, calling it a hotbed of paranormal activity. Ghost hunting teams swarmed the place, claiming to capture electronic voice recordings in Japanese, disembodied moans, and even screams. Tourists also managed to capture shadowy figures and ghostly apparitions.
Nervous naman ako.
Bakit ka kinakapansin?
Hindi ko pa alam. Parang may nakatingin.
Here are some videos that they got. Watch carefully. In 2016, the government finally bought the property. They're turning it into a heritage and nature park, a place to learn about Baguio's history. The Diplomat Hotel is getting a makeover, but its hauntingly dark past will probably never go away. There are rumours that some parts of the hotel are still off limits, maybe for renovations, or maybe it's because they don't want to disturb any restless spirits. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this spooky tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more creepy stories from the Scaripedia archive.